God, come and learn about Him. Here's the Bible with Pastor Adam.
Oh, hey, you're back. I had a feeling you'd be waiting for me. Just getting ready to do our weekly reading, or daily reading. Where did we leave off last time we were here? I think we were talking about Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, Genesis chapter 3, if you remember about that. Adam and Eve disobeyed God and they followed Satan, the serpent, instead. And their consequence for that was that they got kicked out of the garden. We're going to skip ahead a couple chapters. The events of this week take place in Genesis chapters 6 through 9. We're going to be reading about Noah and the flood and the rainbow. Follow along with me. After Adam and Eve left the Garden of Eden, they had many children, and their children had children. And so it went on for hundreds of years. But there came a time when the people of earth didn't know about God. But God could still see them, and He didn't like what He saw. The people were selfish and evil. They fought and did bad things to one another, including kill each other. In Genesis chapter 4, we talk about Cain and Abel. That's the first time we see someone killing someone else, a horrible act. God was sorry He ever made man. Now He would put an end to all people. But God wanted to save Noah specifically, because Noah was the last good man, the last righteous man. So God came to Noah and spoke to him. And He said, "I'm going to flood the earth and destroy every living thing on it," God said. "But I want you to build a great ark for yourself and your family. Bring into the ark 2 of every animal, the smallest and the largest, animals that fly and those that walk and crawl on the ground." So an ark is like a big, big boat. Specifically, a boat that's created to float. A lot of boats you might know about have an engine on the back nowadays, a big engine that make it go fast and can guide where it goes. But this boat, this ark, was specifically meant to float. It was a big one, 3 stories high and the length of a football field. So, Noah built this big boat, this big ark, from wood. He made it large enough to hold all the animals and enough food to feed everyone. God allowed Noah to take his whole family with him on the ark. And when the ark was ready, the animals came in 2 by 2. At last, Noah and his wife and his 3 sons and their wives went into the ark. And the clouds came, and the rain started to fall. And it rained and rained and rained. Kind of like here in Oregon. It rained for 40 days and 40 nights, over a whole month of rain. The earth was flooded and every living thing destroyed. But Noah's ark was well built and it floated on the waters. Inside was dry and warm. At last, it stopped raining, and God remembered Noah. He sent a great wind, and the water began to go down. After many days, Noah sent out a dove. And when the dove flew back for the second time, it held in its beak a leaf from an olive tree. Noah knew that the floodwaters were going away. He knew that because that dove got that leaf, that olive leaf, from a tree, and trees don't grow on water, they grow on land. This is how Noah knew that the waters were starting to fade. But he waited 7 more days, and he sent out the dove again. And this time, it didn't come back. Noah knew that the dove had found dry land, this time to live on. And so he opened the ark and let out all the animals. Imagine how many animals that must have been. 2 of every animal. Every animal. Think of all the animals you know. It's a lot. Then God made a promise to Noah. Noah, I will never again use a flood to destroy life on earth. Life will go on because of you and your family and the animals you took on the ark. Then a rainbow appeared in the sky. Look at the rainbow, God said to Noah. This rainbow is a sign of the promise I have made to you. That's amazing. I always found it so amazing that the rainbow, the same rainbow that we see after it rains here, that's a reminder from God. That's a reminder of his commitment to us. That he'll never again destroy us like he did back then. That's how we know that God loves us. Then he's committed to us. He makes a promise that he himself holds for us. That should make us feel pretty special. My question for you guys is, what can you introduce into your life? What sort of promise can you make that you will hold to help you be a better person? To be a better son or daughter, maybe? To be a better brother or sister? To be a better friend? What kind of promise can you make to yourself? What kind of thing can you introduce into your life that will remind you to be a better follower of God? I want you guys to think about that this week. I definitely want to hear back from you. Make sure to post your responses in a video or something like that on the thread or on the ABF Facebook community group. Remember, next time you see a rainbow out there, think about God, because he's thinking about us. See you guys next week.